Hey, how's it going? I'm the Sanguiem, and welcome back to White Day, a Labyrinth named school. So, it's been a while. It's been, like... Has it really been 2 years? Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm back because at the end of the last episode, I suggested the idea of maybe coming back to White Day to play hard mode and have a bit more scares active, run around. Well, it is that time of the year again for the spookiest of things, so we might as well go ahead and give hard mode a try. I can't guarantee anything. It's been a while. I can't assure that I'm gonna know how to do this. I don't remember how to do this, and I'm about to jump into hard mode, so I don't know. I wanted to give her a little gift along with her lost diary. Little did I know. That was the worst decision of my life. Now, there's a plethora of endings we could go for. Yes. There's a plethora of endings we can go for, and I am not too keen on any specific one. I'm just wanting to finish the game. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I'm just looking. I'm probably going to be skipping through a lot, because I know this is going to be a very long episode. I'm going to be trying to beat the entire game in one episode. Alright, another thing as well is I'm going to be occasionally looking up a guide. Now, I know what some of you were probably thinking. A guide? Come on, man. Don't you want to have the experience? As far as I'm aware, some of these ghost events are very specific. And I don't know, I kind of just want to see the events, you know? Magazine pickup instructions. This is a notice from the student body. If you haven't received a school newspaper, pick it up already. It contains a map. What are you doing? Get a map already. The women's restroom.
Welcome. First time in the girls' bathroom.
I was in here literally 2 minutes ago. Whoops. You know what? I'm not even gonna entertain it. No. I know I'm here to look for the spooks, but surely they can try a little harder than that. I remember this. I remember this fondly. Oh, my school days. How the janitor would just beat me up and drag me down the stairwell. Oh boy, do I dare pick up the metal token and start the whole process. Gives off a lucky vibe. I'd wager you are wrong.
Boo! Did I scare you? I guess you don't like ghost stories, huh?
Oh my god. My poor protagonist is in for a treat.
Go ahead. I still have something to do.
You mean, like, get killed? Like, well, I guess, I'm the one with the token, so perhaps I am the only one that's gonna have issues. Lucky vibe. Let me guess. He did it. He said the thing. He went, How iconic. Alright, what's here? Okay. These are the kinds of ghosts I'm talking about. This is the whole reason we're doing this video here. Is the game unpaused? Guess I'll find out the hard way. He was made to write an essay to apologize for beating someone up that afternoon. The real problem was was that he was the only one being punished. He suspected that the boy he fought was from a wealthy family. Unlucky day, he thought. His arm felt like it was going to fall off from all the running he did. Top it all off, he was also hurt from the fight. The other student couldn't beat him in a fair and square, so he grabbed a broom and swung it. He tried to calm himself down and was determined to beat the boy up as soon as he came to school tomorrow. Suddenly he heard a clattering sound in the closet behind him. Since the building was very old, it wasn't rare to find a mouse in school. He tried to ignore it and concentrate on his writing. Agitated, he violently threw the door open. There were rumors about a ghost's head that's been seen flying out of that closet. Also rumors that a male student has been found dead inside the closet, their bodies crushed and mangled. Teachers tried to contain it, but the story spread like wildfire. According to the rumors, this story was used as the school was used as a concentration camp for political prisoners. Many people died here after being tortured. One of these tortured souls includes a woman who was arrested on behalf of her husband who dodged conscription during the war. She was tortured viciously to reveal the whereabouts of her husband, but kept her silence. In the end, they locked her in a specially designed closet where she could neither lie nor sit. She died slowly in agony, without being able to move. Students believe that her ghost still wanders around in the halls of the school, and instead if you open a closet at night, she'll stick her twisted neck out to claim her next victim. So, as much as I don't want to, the idea is to encounter that. Ah. Ah. Perfect. Perfect. Hold up. Small red key. Uh-oh. I know what that is. I know what that is. Where? Running, 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 running. You wouldn't dare. And hopefully the ghost head is far away. Because this is not a good time to sneak away. No. No, I'm not here. I bet you think you're so clever! But you're not. Don't close that. What are you doing? Running, running, doing some more running. I'm in trouble. Ha! Cutscene! Get cutscene, dork. Get despawned, loser. Oh, so spooky. Uh-oh. She's gonna come right for me. Oh, look at you go. Skittering up here. Master key. I think I know exactly what to do. And I'm gonna go do that thing. First off, we're unlocking this and opening it. Now we open this and unlock it. We turn on the light. Insect repellent. A good thing to have with fire. I have a lighter. Now we gotta find some chemicals, and I do believe they're not in here. Okay. Oh, emergency kit. Use an emergency. Truth Finder. That's something for another day to read. I can only open this specific drawer for no reason at all. Open. Open sesame! There we go. This is also our opportunity to unlock everything. Alright, come on. Kill the soul. Yep, there we go. Kill the plant. Turn it into brain matter. There was nothing down at the end of this hall, right? Yeah, there was nothing. Is there anything of note up here? A love letter! Woo! Alright, all the rooms are unlocked. I'm fairly certain... Oh, here, hold on. Okay, that's already unlocked. Good, good. I'm pretty sure there's something over here. Wait, can I open this? I can't... It's a master key, though! Fine, whatever. Just take your acid and get out of here. A terrible sound. Now, if I remember correctly, this game loves its QuickTime events. Take that. Just another day. Get dodged. Dodge. This is my can of instant fire. Is the janitor around? If not, this could be a prime opportunity to just run around and do whatever I want. Okay, I have saved. I am now consequence-free for the next 10 minutes until I don't feel like I would want to replay some stuff. Alright, there's something special about this locker. Hell yeah, I just got my save back. What's this? Can I interact with this, or... Alright. Alright, just for funsies. Okay. Come on, just for funsies. Come on, let's open some of these. Alright, let's try this one. Ooh. Instant lunchbox. One of these days I'm gonna find it. I know what's in here. And I'm a little scared. Oh my lord. I just looked it up. Yeah, the thing I'm looking for could have appeared in normal mode, which is news to me. That means I could have encountered it during my normal playthrough. That's some fun information. Well, like I said though, we're not done exploring. We're gonna look around if the janitor really isn't here. Might as well take advantage of the situation. I want to see it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Show me. It's in one of these. Come on. Come on! Okay, so I can't hold the lighter and run. Come on. I found it. I found it. Oh, hey, a report card. second place. Oh. Oh, how nifty. How nifty. Oh, wow. Wowzers. I found a report card. And, well... I found what I was looking for. Okay, I'm happy. I'm satisfied. That's exactly what I was looking for. There are a few more things to see around here. In fact, I wonder... Oh, yeah. Look here. That's a fun noise. You guys want to get jump scared? There's that noise again. Whoa. Hello. Goddamn. I'm telling you, these scares are a lot more sudden than I tend to expect. Hey, want a double whammy? Wait a minute. I know what that is. My old nemesis. There she is! My old nemesis! Stay back, vile fiend. Vile. 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 Go away. Alright. You got me. I'll admit, you got me good. Alright, you got me pretty good. I found out what this is for. I don't know how to do anything with it, though. Perhaps I gotta have the lights off. There she is. Ow! Oh my god, that actually hurt a lot. Alright, there's one more thing I want to find before I continue the story. I need chalk, I think. I don't know where to find chalk. I guess I just gotta look through the rooms. I think I may have found chalk at one point. Yeah, excuse me, who put this chair here? So rude. I believe I found chalk at one point. There's chalk right here! Oh, I gotta find the specific chalk. I gotta find the right chalk. The only room I haven't checked yet is this one. Okay. Alright, I think I gotta pick that up to progress. I'm not ready to pick it up yet. Ooh, a voice that beckons me. This is the story about the master of the labyrinth. Alright. Now we go with searching. It's one of these rooms. Hey! Look! There she is. How is it wrong?
How is this wrong? That can't be. My eyes!
Where'd they go? Where did your eyes go? Oof. Ugh, I gotta tell you, these jump scares. They might not look it, but oh, they're getting to me. They really are. I'm gonna take this. I think I'm done here for now. God damn it. Oh. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that. Oh, hello.
What are you doing in here?
I'm starting to remember the
Tell
lore.
me, what happened earlier?
I think I'm starting to remember who that was.
This school has so many hidden secrets.
I found a couple.
I'm gonna go now. If you want to leave the school, go to main building too.
You mean the building without an exit? Okay. Oh, let's not stay here. Cool. Cool. Goodbye, have a good time. I don't know about that schedule puzzle, but I'm good with just continuing. I know we can come back. Oof. And now we continue. Now, the janitors... Oh! That's right. The baby. The stinky baby. I had nearly forgotten, and I do not remember at all what to do. Dude, everything on the second floor is locked. I just remembered something on the first floor. I literally just remembered something. It was in here. Here. The student department key. Caffeine and teenagers. Alright, I don't remember what that's about. You're a ghost. Like, I know that. That thing's a problem. Now, I don't remember what room is the student room. I feel like it's on the 3rd floor, if memory serves. Alright, let's see. There we go, okay. Anything of interest in here? Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered. Okay, I don't remember how to decipher this. Oh my god, are you serious? This always happens! This always happens. Oh my goodness. How much did you guys not see? Oh... Well, we skipped ahead in time. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna look. What happened? 16 minutes. 16 minutes just passed. Alright, I just looked into it. So, it looks like the only thing you guys missed was I found a dead body in I think it's called the Night Watch room or something. That's really the only thing you guys missed. I found a body, I went up to it, it disappeared in smoke. He wouldn't pass up the blatantly open Bruh! 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 That door over there has its light on! Why didn't you look at it? You're doing this on purpose! You know I'm here! How dare you! God, right when I thought I figured him out. The door is open and a light is on. And he didn't think to check it out. That's nuts. Better not be on the other side of this door. Hey, look, a mannequin. Pretty sure this is supposed to do something. You know what? Let's see. Will it move? Hello? I think I'm missing something. So for now, I'm just gonna have to ignore it. A preserved spider. How perfect. Alright, I'm starting to think this key goes on the 3rd floor. Gulp. He's totally gonna see me. There's no shot he doesn't. He's gonna walk that way. Ow! Closing. Closing. Sneaking. Sneaking. Snarling. This can only end greatly. That is so like you to do this. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and save. Now that we have saved, I want to do one other thing. I want to go down to the 3rd floor. I was already on the 3rd floor, wasn't I? I might be a fool, but I'm not sure. Leave a comment if you think I'm a fool. There it is. I don't think I have the right thing. I'm running, I'm running, I'm running, running, running. This is what I get for being extremely brazen. My comeuppance, if you will. Man, this guy is so certain that I'm here. Meanwhile, I'm just chilling with a bottle of unbranded soda. You can't prove anything. Hey, stereo remote. Okay. Why are you always everywhere? There's literally nowhere to hide. Ow! Ha! Get juked! He went the other way! Loser! Oh, but I'm the one that's all bloodied. Oh. It's fine. Oh, I think it builds character. Pen. Oi, buddy. I just wanted a pen. I dodge. I have the doll. The doll is grabbed. The world is saved. Question. Am I safe until I pick up the token? I'm asking because I want to try something. It involves some running. Man, you can actually run quite a bit before going out of breath. Come on. Are you serious? I am in the middle of something. Oh my god. Can you believe this? Oh my god. You know what? Scare me. Oh wait, that actually might have helped me. Oh. I didn't even consider. Come on. I did it. Come on. Alright. Oh my lord. I'm actually going to perish. I might need another. Okay. I think that counts, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. God, that took so long. I don't even think I got to do it right. Whatever, it's fine. I wanted to mess with the thing. Man, I didn't realize how hard it was to actually run at a sprint. Like, I had to try so hard. New building. Here we go.
The new building is divided into the yellow, red, and blue sections. To open each door, you need a key card that matches that section's color. You're going to need to remember that.
Why? Is that important? Does that come up later? I can't imagine. Alright, come on. Let's go. Let's see if we can find anything suspicious.
I've told you about the new building's key card, right?
You sure have. You sure have.
We better look for other clues over there.
We better. Or else. Oh no, or else what, but... Or else. Ooh. And I might as well start unlocking doors while you're putzing around back there. There's keys on the light
Take
fixture.
a look up there. Is that a key? I think it's the key to the
How
roof.
can you tell that from here?
Why is that there, though? I think that it would be better if we split up for now.
Oh, that's a fantastic
ahead and-
idea.
Check out the rooms that open with that key card.
Look at that guy go. He's going to the one room I want to go to. I remember you. I'm good. Oh my god, he respawned all the way over here. Thanks a lot, spider, ghost, thing. I gotta wait for him to make his rounds. Man, someone's making a lot of noise. Alright. Cool. Cool. She could use a little more. I think she hurt me, by the way. Uh-oh! You there! Trigger a cutscene, please. Uh-oh. I don't know when the last time was I saved. I get the feeling like I'm gonna be back a bit. Oh no, I'm here. Okay, cool. Autosave. Gotta put the disc in. The disc of curse. I like how the lights turned on.
플라톤 이래 서양 철학에서 이성이란 다른 동물과 구분되는 인간의 고유 능력으로 규정돼. 헤이 헤이 하이.
Bam! Alright, come on. Rules of three. He broke the law of mirrors. Huh? Ah! Whoa! How'd you get there? Wait, no, seriously, how did you get there? Ah! Whoa! Oh my god, he's like literally right behind me. Ah! Damn it. That's what I get for not looking in the room before I run into it. I should have known sooner or later that thing would have gotten me. This does not bode well for me, I feel. For a moment there, I thought he turned around. I was gonna go, oh, yay, I'm scot-free. Watch him decide to go up the stairs. Like, ghost rules dictate that the spider ghost cannot be in here if I have claimed it first. Oh. Alright. You know what? Fine. Stay up there. You know what? I didn't even want to go up there. Keep your crummy upper levels. Well, unfortunately, I need to follow him because I think I just remembered where the other key card is, and I think it's on the top floor. Alright. 4th floor. Book. Hey, look at that. I get the feeling I'm gonna need the old emergency kit for that one. Yep, janitor teleported to up here. Looks like you and I are sticking together for a little bit longer. So, you like sports? How many of those little keys do I have? I have the red key and the yellow key. I think that's about it, honestly. Alright. I know where I'm going next. You can't stop me! Yes! Free save point. There we go. Get burned. Hey. Get burned. Oh, God. I need to go that way. Oh, God. This is undesirable. That's even more undesirable. Alright, fine. You know what? This is faster anyway. Take that. I made it to the next
That's the voice of
cutscene.
that girl.
Oh. And here I thought I just got away from you. What are you thinking about, buddy? That's right, get the hell out of here. Go play, like, baseball or something, I don't know. You got a bat, get rid of it. You know, the cool kids carry hockey clubs everywhere. Or croquet mallets. He opened that door instead of chasing me at first, which I find kind of funny. What? How is it that you keep finding me? Weirdo. Well, joke's on you, because I'm going to unlock this bottom door, and it's going to make getting around so much easier. You're going to be so mad about that. I know you are. Alright, I think I was able to successfully lure the janitor to the first floor. I think. You're kidding me. Well, I do need to go to the first floor first, anyway. Cool. The ghost is after me. And if I remember correctly, the room order is 1, 5, 8, 10, 12. It's always behind doors, isn't it? Well, hopefully that doesn't summon the janitor or something crazy. Thing is, though, is the janitor gonna be drawn to that? No, but the janitor will respawn. Hold up! Time out. I literally would have died if I didn't do that. Haha. I'm closing this. Sneaking! And just like that, I lived. And I have the key. How marvelous. So this is Greenwich. It is 2 o'clock in Greenwich. If it is 2 o'clock in Greenwich, it is 11 in Washington. Let's find a clock and apply this logic. Ow! I cannot imagine what could have given me away. truly need a moment. Dude, if I get found, it's over. I gotta do that whole light puzzle again. Why on earth was he just suddenly running into that hallway? He had no reason to be there. And the last clock is in the room with, you know what? Hold on. Before I go, there's one other thing I wanted to look at. Because I think if I complete this, I might not be able to do it anymore. I want to go this way. Let's go back to the main building. The main building 2. Now... I like how I can look at this. Oh boy. Nursery rhymes sure are fun, aren't they? I feel like I'm going in circles. Oh, I don't like the idea of... I don't want to lose my head. Oh, wow. I'm sorry! My word! I forgot that when you try to leave, it doesn't work. I forgot that when you attempt to leave and then come back, the janitor will rush to your location. I remembered it halfway down the steps and thought, well, maybe I'm misremembering, because I already committed to it. Are you serious? You came the other direction? You bastard. Bastard. That's what you are. Oh, hey! It's the body I told you guys about. It's in here now. Yeah. Yeah, it did that last time, too. But yeah, the same thing happened, back at the night duty room. There was just a corpse, and it looked just like that, and then it vanished. Uh-oh. That's not good, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. I don't know how he didn't see me, but I will not question. Now, for some reason, this guy can hear doors open if he's right above him, which I guess makes sense. So I have to wait till he's a little further away. before I can open this door. Oh my god, the head ghost? Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna have to take the hit. It's just... I've learned that it's just a stamina. It's just stamina damage. And since it's just stamina damage, I can deal. A bell. The bell is what lets you cross back to the previous main building. Time to encounter the mermaid, which we already know about. Hey, look! A hand. And we got the water talisman. Of course you're down there. Now, something important that I do remember is the importance of swapping the fuse to the alarm position. I remember that's very important. Oh, he must have run up there. He had to have ran up there because of me running through the pool. Like, it feels like if I run anywhere in the building, the janitors immediately know your location.
You! What do you think you're doing there? Nobody ever escapes this school! Die!
And who might you be? I've not seen you before.
You killed her! You killed my daughter! You'll pay for what you did! You're just like them!
What did I do?
Why? Tell me why my daughter had to die! It's your turn. Suffer like my child!
Mm-hmm. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Oh, she is very close behind me. I have made it! Dodged. I like the idea that it wouldn't have worked unless Sung-ah was there.
My child, I will always protect you.
Can I run around this building without a janitor? I kind of want to look around for that body again. If there's no janitor to impede me, then I'm just going to look around. After I have confirmed that there is definitely no janitor, I might even be more inclined to sprint. Oh, look, a knife. Oh, look! She's face up this time. I'm gonna use that just in case. Well, hello there. It is very nice to meet you. I think another thing is supposed to haunt this bridge, but I don't know how. I think there's literally nothing I can do but just linger on the bridge. I could run across the bridge. There's no janitor that would stop me. Grab a soy milk for emergencies.
Sweetie, where are you?
Oh!
You can't leave this place forever.
Oh! How lovely. I'm going to be at this place forever. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is comb through all these rooms for anything that might be useful. I'm not, like, look, for example. Well, a coin is technically useful, by definition, but you know what I mean. I want to look around, turning on all the lights, picking up documents, and items that might be useful. There's a keypad here. Alright, I remember. These are symbols on the viewing chart in main building 2. Scale. I need more weights. See, like, there's still stuff that you can do. And I want to do them before I go on to the auditorium. And what's the deal with this room? Look at it. Oh, paper cranes. That's pretty good. I need one of those. Piece of mathematics schedule. That's what I'm talking about. More schedule pieces. How many does that make? 3. I need 5, I think. I'm pretty sure there was 5 spaces. Oh wow, this room hasn't been touched since I used it in that light puzzle. Wow. Well, it... Wow. She got me with the double whammy. I open the door, I go, nice try. You really thought you could, and then she got me and I opened the second door. That was pretty good. That got me good. Alright, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna use one of my precious pens to save the game. And I am going to go back to the main building too. And hopefully, fingers crossed, there are no janitors. But I'm gonna go in assuming there is a janitor. Do you hear that? There's a janitor here. I'm willing to bet he checked out this door, but couldn't come in. There's honestly only 2 ghosts left that I haven't found yet. And one of them in particular I have been saving for last, mainly because I don't want to encounter it. I don't know, something about it just makes me upset. Now, I know it seems crazy, but we're going all the way back to the first building, because that's where we need to go. Honestly, it's a miracle. That is a miracle. He was just his field of vision was just barely obscured by the cabinet. What's this? I saw that. No, 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 no. There we go. There's a weight under there. The ghost tree. Alright. Let's go up the stairs. Or rather, let's take a quick gander if there's anything down here. There's nothing. Missed opportunity, by the way, to have something grab at me from the darkness below. That is terrifying. Just a dark void to the basement. I've already searched every one of these rooms, though, without the janitor around. And I couldn't find anything. Okay, he's going up the stairs. Better up there than down here. Did he really just come back down the stairs? No, that wasn't fair! You literally just slid on up over here! I'm opening these. I'm opening these. I'm opening these. Look at everything I'm opening. Idiot. Loser. Get out of here. What's up with you? What's wrong with you? Ugh. Hey. I found what I was looking for. Alright, now... I really don't want to see this thing. I'm upset. Not over here. Oh god, I don't like this one. Yeah. Alright. That wasn't actually as bad as I imagined it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. Fortunately, it was not. Alright, now let's see what kind of stuff we have. We have an O key. Alright. We got some weights. The bells. Store handle. 2 pins. We don't need to acknowledge the chalk, the love letter, the gym cat, the bloody textbook. I'm pretty sure all that was for ghost events we already did. And I could have sworn... Ah! The N key. Alright, now I need to go down this hallway. I don't know where the janitor is. The janitor is down there. And he's approaching this direction, so we better go upstairs. And take the long way around. By then, he should have gotten out of there. Let's look around in here, actually. I don't remember giving this area a good look through. God, I hate that sound effect. Wait a minute. The head ghost is here. Yep, it's right outside that door. That window. I'm gonna get caught by it, but I don't know. I wonder how long I can make it follow me. Oh, I gotta go in here though. Alright, get ready to get jump scared. Get me! Now, was that so bad? Nothing. There's never anything. Nothing. Typewriter key. In case it wasn't painfully obvious, I am using a guide. But that's just because I want to find all the things. And I've already combed through this whole school without a guide. And not found anything. So I'm using a guide. Oh, I'm just about done for. Ow. Ow. Close. Close. Can I walk away from this one? I think so. Alright. I'm curious about something. I knew it! Handle. That's where the handle goes. But, like, how would you know that? How would you know that? You wouldn't know that. Oh, hey, look. Schedule. By the way, it should go without saying, I'm going to be reading all of these documents that I'm collecting, later. I'm gonna need the freaking combined key for a lot of this stuff. Let me show you these keys. Here's the yellow key. Here, no. Here's the red key. I'm gonna need 2 more of these keys before I can do everything I want to do. And you want to know where apparently the one of them is? On the rooftop. Next to the pool. Where I practically just was. Good grief. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go back to main building 2. And I'm going to put the typewriter keys where they belong, as well as do the weights. And then from there, I'll go to the new building, go to the top floor, get the blue key, and then come back to main building 1 to do something with it. Now, I think the faculty lounge is on the 2nd floor. So we're going to take a quick gander on the 2nd floor. That being open is scary. I don't know why. Just close it. Huh? Eye testing lens. Oh! That's important for later, I think. Anything in here? Typewriter key. Is this the typewriter? Oh, so sudden. A dying message. Nobody recognizes me. How much I care and love my students. I only meant for the kids to grow up good and polite, but they only complain about how harsh I am without thinking about how I feel. But I can endure this. Someday the students will see me differently. Yes, that has to happen. There was a junior year kid who died while sneaking out of the dorm from my watch. I'm so terrified that the kids will take such extraordinary route. It's not like I am raising them. Lately, I am doubting myself slowly, convinced that maybe I'm in the wrong. Where did it begin to go wrong? I just heard the rumors today. It was about the kid who recently died. The rumor said that maybe I killed the kid myself. I was so bewildered and angry that I could not say anything. Something snapped inside me. My true intention will never make its way to them. I am sick of everything. The quieter I get, the louder they buzz, like swarms of disgusting flies. They keep buzzing in my ear. No one is going to save me but myself. I gain nothing from holding back. I cannot hold it anymore. Today, I will make an example out of someone. They will never be noisy again. This is war. A war that will not end until one of us is gone. Wow. Alright, so I am noticing that there are some capital letters where they shouldn't be. Yup. Okay. This pen does not write because nothing ever will. Alright, I got a pen and paper. I'm going to go through and write down all the letters. So I have FOURSXFIVETHREE, which spells 4X53. I'm willing to bet that on the second page, between X and S, there's a capital I somewhere. There we go, kids. There's an I. Okay. So I have a code here, 4653. By the way, out of the corner of my eye while reading this shadow blocking up this, for some reason, I don't know how, but because of the lines on this drawer and the shape of this drawer, if I look over here, it looks like there's a face staring at me, and it's been unnerving the whole time I've been reading this. Really throwing me off. So I think this code... I think I lost him. Oh! I was not expecting him there. I'm just walking and all of a sudden I can see his flashlight turn towards me. I didn't even see him there. All I could see was his flashlight. Okay, he's checking out the rooms over there because I turned on all the lights. I get the feeling he's going to be hanging out over there for a while. So I might as well take the opportunity to explore elsewhere. For the time being. Wait, how many waits? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm supposed to find another one somewhere. And I think that somewhere happens to be this direction. Fantastic! Your ears are as sharp as ever. What? Bro, that's not funny. Wait. Alright, found what I wanted. Did somebody burn in here? Or are the walls just cursed when it's dark in here? Me opening all those doors must have summoned him. I don't know where he went, though. Bastard really did just show up to the 3rd floor, say hi, and then run all the way back downstairs to the hallway. Okay. It was 4, 6, 5, 3. Small master key. It looks like it can open drawers and other objects. Is that like all drawers? It is! Now all of these locked drawers can be opened. Is the janitor still in this hallway? No, he came back! What is his problem with this floor? Alright. Oi! Hey, friendo. I had a feeling that was what was gonna happen. It sounds to me like he's going deeper down the hallway where I need to be. I'm willing to bet that's the noise that's coming from the mannequin. And it's just like going walking around. Oh my god, the head ghost is here. My vision's all wobbly. Whatever, go for it, man. Go for it. There she is! Go for it. Janitor didn't even look in the room. Just assumed that no one was here. There we go. Pin. Well, would you look at that? Funny enough, this is all I needed from this floor. Now the janitor can patrol here all he wants. In fact, let's turn on all the lights everywhere again. Alright, I'm gonna search this room in the dark. I'm not touching the phone. Can I touch these? I can. Alright, now I need to get to the 3rd floor. Come on. Keep going. Keep it moving. Come on. Okay. Are you ready for the last spook? Hello? Well, unfortunately, it sounds like the janitor is out there. Ow. My flippin' neck just got stabbed. Nothing a little soy milk can't fix. No, hold on. Okay. This gives me 6 saves left. That was the last ghost event, unless the mannequin didn't count earlier. I'm pretty sure I've gotten all the ghosts, if not most of them. And now I'm just looking for the documents. You know what? I'm gonna look one more time on the 3rd floor. I could have sworn there was a pin up there. I might have already collected it, though. I thought there was supposed to be one here. Or in here. There it is. It's that wash basin. Alright, so. There is a floorboard here. I'm unsure as to how to do anything with it. Oh! Oh, it's that easy. Just had to keep stepping on it. I'm gonna go back to the new building, because I need to get that blue key. And as well as a bunch of other stuff. Alright, go! Mermaid. Oh, what's that? Small blue key. I found all 3 of them. Is she still down there? No. Wait, no. Yes, she is. Now, I'm going to operate under the assumption that the janitor has respawned. I found 5 pins. That's all of them. Which means I think the globe is actually over here. Yes. So now, let us observe a note. A girl's dream. I want to travel around the world, unshackle myself, and taste the big free world. I've marked the countries I want to travel to. The first country is a king where a king used to be worshipped as a god. You can find triangular places used to build Egypt. The second country is unborn from silver. This nation stands on the opposite side of Asia. It would never cry for me. I don't know. Third country is the nation of Maple. That's Canada. That one's kind of obvious. The people of the fourth country live on the land below the sea and are famous for paying separately? Paying. I don't know that one. And the last country is the smallest continent of the world. That's Australia. So, I know 3 out of 5 of them. Oh. Aha! We got a document. Alright, I've grown convinced that there's no janitor in this building still, which is pretty cool. Because this is I think out of all the buildings, this is the one that's most annoying to run around in with a janitor. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Notice I can't move these pictures. Would you guys be quiet up there? I think this is the order that the picture frames need to be in that other room. Is like this. I feel like I might be able to remember this. But just in case, I'm going to make a note. Somehow. I wrote it down as the order is bald, dark, bright, toupee, and old. I'm pretty sure I'll get the gist of it. Now, the weights. Having to manage and keep track of multiple collectible items has been kind of exhausting. Is that... That could help me out of a very sticky situation. Hey, kid in the corner. Alright. I noticed that the pins... Oh, wow. They stay in my inventory and clutter it up. Love that. No, I don't. Testing lens. Alright, I have both lenses, which means I can use the thing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 13 out of 20 ghost story documents. Alright. Alright. That's pretty nice. 7 more, though. And we're on our way to finding at least a few more. Now, I think for now, we're gonna go back to the main building, too. And there's a couple other places we need to go now. I kind of came here just so that I could stop worrying about so much. As well as getting that blue key. Because now we gotta go back to the first area, I think, and use the key press to press some keys together and use them around the place. Man, there is so much backtracking and back and forth going on that I'm surprised I'm not getting lost. Oh, wow. Wow. Whoa. What would we do? I was gonna go to the third floor, you know. It's starting to sound like I'm gonna go to the first floor first. Use the old eye chart. If you're gonna lurk around up there so much. Fool. Four. Down. That symbol. And a butterfly. Alright. That code's been figured out. Oh my god, phone. Shut. Here we are again. Now we know. That goes there. That goes there. Something fell down. Missing children. Now I was going to go to the third floor. But I think instead I'll go back to the first building, real quick. I'm also going to do this. Just so that way when I come back from the main building, I can hide in one of the rooms. Hopefully he'll get distracted by all the lights, and I can go to the third floor unimpeded. Oh, did it go down the... It was on the first floor. Wasn't it? Yeah, janitor was on the first floor. Pity. I could have had a head start going this way. But finally, I can use this. Oh. Huh. Guess not. There it is. Alright. Incorrectly solved math problem. There it is. The key press. Love is merely madness. Right. Alright. I'm gonna do red and green. Okay. I've got the red and yellow key. So now... Is the janitor down that hallway? Doesn't appear so. Man, where is the janitor? Alright. I got the Morse code thingamawhat's-it. Alright, next up. Okay. Let's combine these two. And with this, we can get the 4th key. The dark key. Dark key, yellow key. Okay. I think that opens this one. There we go. Document 6. And to my knowledge, I only need to make one more thing. And that is with the blue and dark key. And I need to go to the 2nd floor. The janitor has been well behaved. I haven't seen him at all. Five paper cranes. Is that all I needed? Was it 5? With all this in hand, I think it's time to return once again to the 2nd building. Come on, let's go. Let's go the other way. Run. Run, 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 run. Run, run. I knew it! Can't run anywhere. Running is the best method of attracting a janitor directly to your position. And he undoubtedly wants vengeance. Because this bastard can teleport, apparently. I'm starting to think this guy might have seen me, but didn't just run at me. Instead, wanting to just check it out. Don't turn off that light, though. I get scared in the dark. Bruh. Oh my god. Why? Just get me. There she is! It's gonna come through the floor. Whoa! Whoa! But can it catch me? At breakneck speeds. That door in particular is cursed. Every time I open it, the guy just starts running to this location. Alright, there's something in here that I missed. Was it this? Am I gonna get jump scared? Boo! Okay. I'm gonna need to think about this. Alright. That was 3. 1. 2. So that it's 3, 1. 2. 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it stops. I think it's 3, 1, 2, 4. If it's not that, I'm going to be sad. Now we go to the new building. And from there, I think we might be able to resolve most of everything that I have started. And then from there, we can see what stories we have left to find. I may even use up a pen to save my game, because we've done quite a bit of progress. You know, sometimes I just want to find the architects that designed this, the layout of this school, and just wring them by their necks. And ask them, why? Why did you do this? First off, the paper cranes. I'm pretty sure we have all of them. Wait. Oh, we only have 5. We need 6. Oh, God. Alright. I guess I gotta scour the lands again. But let's do this first. This one's 3. Down. Is that not right? Oh, it's a 4. Excellent. Alright, now for this code. Which I really hope I got correct. It's 3, 1, 2, 4. I did it! The lost face. Okay. Let's count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We need 2 more. And one of them is the paper crane one. Oh. Hold up. I think one of the 2 remaining ones is actually quite easy to find. I think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Alright, we're missing 1 then. 1 final 1. Hold up. I just realized something. You guys remember what? Hide. Do you guys remember that one classroom that had the 8 black desks and 1 white one? I'm not missing a paper crane. I have all of them. I just realized I have all of them. I need to arrange them in a specific order. with one missing. That's what I'm supposed to do. So I have all the cranes. I just came back to the second building for kicks, apparently. Don't you love how, even though the bells prevent the spirits from messing with you, the hallway still kind of changes? Unfortunately, I remember what the desks look like. So, I can take them! Look! I got an achievement! Occult Club President. Collect all ghost stories. I did it. I did the thing that I wanted to do. You know what? For the heck of it, give me just 1 second. .5% of people have got that achievement. Wow, look at that. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save now. I have saved. So now, we can come back here if we want. So, let me find... You know what? It'll be poetic to do this in the Occult Club room. I will stand at the head of the desk, the head of the room. Let us read some of these. I bet I already read some of them in during the last 11 episodes, but for this, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read all of this. So, if you want, skip ahead to this time stamp right here that's showing up on screen. Alright, here we go. Ghost of a house parent. At the time of its establishment, Y High School was in the middle of nowhere, at the base of a mountain with hardly any human traffic. Due to this reason, Y High School had dormitories for the students. In the female dorm, there was a notorious house mother, Miss C, whom everyone was afraid of. Coming from a good family background, she demanded that the students behaved and followed rules at all times. She would give harsh punishments for any violation of the rules, and this caused many students to complain about her. It was a little after the midterm when a junior fell out of the third-floor window and died. She was trying to sneak out of the dorms while evading the house mother's watch to go out and celebrate the end of midterms. But for some reason, the rumors spread that the girl committed suicide because of Miss C. Or even worse, that Miss C had killed the girl herself. Miss C was in great shock, and for a while, she stayed silent, as if her spirit was broken. The students were happy about this change, and secretly kept an eye on Miss C to see if she would return to her old self. Then came the incident that riled up all the students. Miss C was doing her rounds and found a student whose hair was longer than regulation. Miss C took the student to the bathroom and cut the girl's hair. But when that happened, the student and all of her friends surrounded Miss C and protested against the harsh punishment and strict rules. At first, it was only a few students who spoke up, and one by one, they all joined by other angry voices opposing Miss C, and soon enough, every student in the female dorm started protesting against her. Anywhere Miss C looked, an angry glare met her gaze. Finally, Miss C broke under all the pressure and her own pent-up emotions, and she ran out of the dorm, screaming like a mad woman. None of the students cared. No one went after her, trying to calm her down. In the end, Miss C's body was found on a nearby mountain a few days after she went missing. Since then, people started reporting that they've seen the ghost of Miss C. The rumor spread quickly, and the girls in the dormitory suffered from insomnia and fear. Eventually, the dorm had to be shut down. Even so, there are sporadic reports of sightings of Miss C's ghost. Now, in case you hadn't put it together, Miss C is the ghost that we just saw in the bathroom, the last ghost we encountered. So that's that one. Where's number 2? The Impassable Bridge. Although it was early in the morning, the whole school was filled with an uneasy buzz. Hee-Min, I assume that's how you pronounce it, a student, was found unconscious in the hallway. This particular hallway was the passageway between the main building and the new building, and it was rarely used. It was built with an interesting design that puzzled all those who set eyes on it. Its purpose was to be the bridge that connects one building to another, but it was shaped like a tunnel, with fluorescent lighting, but not one window. This made it seem creepy, even during the daytime. What's more, getting to the other building wasn't a straight path, but instead twisted and turned. All of that, combined, made fewer and fewer students use that hallway, and the less people used it, the more creepy the rumors about it became. One rumor said that walking down the passageway, which felt like walking into a cave, there were sounds of footsteps either behind you or coming from the front. Either way, you'd never see anyone there. Another rumor said if you enter this hallway in the middle of the night, you will never get to the other building, but instead get lost in a labyrinth of corridors until the break of dawn. The night before the accident took place, Hee-Min told his friends that he didn't believe in such a bogus story. Being teenagers, they dared Hee-Min to prove himself. So, Hee-Min and his friends came to the school in the middle of the night. The test Hee-Min was given seemed simple. He only had to go through the passageway, get to the other building, and bring back an object from a classroom. Hee-Min wasted no time beginning this easy venture, and quickly opened the door to the passageway. He disappeared into the darkness, and the door shut behind him. When Hee-Min was alone, he realized it was scarier than he had imagined. The passageway, without a single window, and all he could see were the small patches of lights, like islands in a pitch-black sea. Hee-Min shivered and began to regret making this bet with his friends. When the sound of his footsteps echoed loudly in the empty hallway, it felt like something from the darkness would come running out at him at any second. Hee-Min gathered together what courage he had left and started walking as fast as he could. That's when something passed by him and lightly brushed his neck, making a metallic sound. His hair stood on end. He felt like something was right behind him. Was he hearing things? He thought he also heard faint laughter. Hee-Min, clenching his teeth, bravely turned around. There was nothing there, except a completely empty hallway and darkness. Hee-Min, who had been scared to death, was a bit relieved, right up until the moment he heard a whisper. "What are you doing here?" Terrified, Hee-Min ran as fast as he could, screaming. It didn't matter how fast or how far he ran, he would never be able to make it to the other side of the building. At last, Hee-Min suffered a panic attack and was knocked into unconsciousness. His friends waited. After a long time, all returned home. Everyone was worried for Hee-Min, yet no one suggested going to look for him. So that's how Hee-Min was found laying unconscious in the passageway the next day. From that day on, the students have called this passageway the Impassable Bridge, or the Labyrinth. That's the fox spirit. I don't know what makes it a fox. I'm curious if someone saw fox imagery, or if they're just saying it's a fox. I don't know. Cool story. Boy kills girl. Oh boy. Gosh. A new transfer student to Yeondu High School had recently heard a horror story about the school from a classmate. So of course, of all nights, the night he had come back to school to grab something he left was a stormy night. The quiet pouring of the rain reminded him too much of the scary story. Only a few years before, there was a student named Ji-Hai. She was dating a boy named Myung-ho, who shared the same homeroom with her during the first 2 years of school. When they were in their senior year, they were assigned to different homerooms, and Ji-Hai began dating Ho-Young. who was in the same homeroom as her. Myung-ho could not accept such a sudden breakup after dating Ji-Hai for 2 years. He tried multiple times to go see her and plead his case, but Ji-Hai completely ignored him. Growing more resentful with each rejection, Myung-ho began to hate Ji-Hai. One day, Myung-ho decided to go see Ji-Hai one last time in her homeroom during lunch break. Ji-Hai, just like all the times before, was cold and cruel and ignoring his pleas. Enraged, Myung-ho took out the knife he had brought with him. Of course, he had planned on hurting her. He wanted to mend his wounded ego by watching her tremble, seeing her finally acknowledge him. However, Ji-Hai knew him all too well. She knew that even though he had acted tough, he was just a narrow-minded, scared little boy. Seeing that his desperate attempt with the knife made him so repulsive that she became angry with him. She called him names and taunted that he would never have the guts to actually use the knife. Alas, her taunting worked. Myung-ho, momentarily blinded by rage, swung his knife and stabbed Ji-Hai. Ji-Hai fell to the ground, her blood running across the entire floor. Myung-ho, scared and confused by the scene, went berserk. Due to Myung-ho slashing his knife crazily around him, no one dared go near Ji-Hai. They could only watch from afar as she bled out. Since that day, there is said to have been sightings of a female ghost lying down on the floor as if asleep. He tried to block this story from his mind when he reached the classroom. When he opened the door, though, his efforts were in vain and he tripped, falling backwards in terror. He saw a girl lying on the floor in the dark, like she was fast asleep. So that one was the ghost that was lying on the floor that I found, and it vanished, and eventually it got up and said hello. The woman locked in the closet. I believe I read this one earlier. Yeah, I read this one earlier, so I'm gonna skip this one. Hope y'all don't mind. The Ghost Tree I also read. I remember reading the Ghost Tree one during the main playthrough. I'll read this one, though, because I didn't read it this episode. Mi-Hyun quickened her steps towards the classroom. Whatever sunlight there was had now completely disappeared, and the school was covered in darkness. Mi-Hyun was annoyed with her friends. They had stopped on their way home to chat with her. Even though she was still busy cleaning, they didn't even offer to help, and just left her on her own when they ran out of things to talk about. This made Mi-Hyun uneasy, as Y High School was full of scary rumors. To make matters worse, she saw no students around today. She found the echoing of her footsteps quite nerve-wracking. Her anxiety grew even more when she saw the potted tree in the corner of the hallway. This plant used to belong to her homeroom teacher last year. It reminded her of him and what happened that year. Her homeroom teacher, Mr. B, taught Chinese. He was quiet and had a thin build. He gave off a sad vibe. He wasn't friendly at all, not even trying to connect with the students or his fellow teachers. He did, however, seem interested in maintaining his plants. He took extra care in the plant of his homeroom. He cared for his plant so much that he checked on it during every class break. Then one day, a student accidentally dumped chemical solvent on Mr. B's favorite tree. The tree turned black and shriveled up completely. Afraid of the repercussions, the student replaced the tree and decided to burn the old one. Even his friends were in on the plan. Together they moved the dead plant to the incinerator and lit the fire. The dead tree easily caught fire and was soon burning, with billowing black smoke. When the flames grew more intense, a scream was heard, like the burning tree was screaming out in pain. That's when Mr. B came running. Watching his favorite tree burning made him go crazy. Before anyone could reason with him, he dashed into the open flames to be with his favorite tree in the fire. Both Mr. B and the tree were engulfed in flames. Oh, whoops. No one spoke. Everyone was in shock from what they have just observed. Judging from the matching statements from the students involved, the police decided that the case was of suicide by delusion. Mi-hyun was there that day, at the incinerator. That's why every time she saw a plant Mr. B used to care for, it made her shiver. She normally made an effort not to pass where the plants were. She would have walked around it today, too, if she wasn't in such a hurry. Mi-hyun tried to calm herself down when she saw a light on in a nearby homeroom. She heard someone moving in there, too. Scared of being left alone in the dark building, she was happy to see there was someone else in the school. She quickly opened the classroom door, but what she saw was the back of a man in front of a plant. Mi-hyun froze in terror when she realized what she was seeing. This was her homeroom from last year. The man turned around and faced Mi-hyun. He was holding a dog's corpse with its belly ripped open, and its other hand was covered in blood. Behind him, Mi-hyun could see that the blood and organs were covering the leaves and stems. He slowly approached Mi-hyun and said, "Oh good, I was running out of food for my tree." So yeah, this was the tree ghost that took So Young before we even left the main building one. This was that guy. Alright, number 6. The Wailing from the Art Room. Seo-hyun had a crush on the new art teacher at Y High School. The art teacher was young and talented, and Seo-hyun wasn't the only girl who fell for him. Desperate to become his favorite student, she gave her all in her art class. She had always been gifted with her hands since she was a child, and soon she did become his star pupil. Seeing Seo-hyun's talent, the art teacher advised her to apply for an art college. Seo-hyun accepted his advice and began to take private lessons with him. This was a dream come true for her, to be left alone in the school with her crush, spending hours together practicing art. At some point, a strange rumor started circulating through the school. The rumor was that the teacher was dating a student. The rumor made its way into the ear of the school administration, and soon the young art teacher left without warning, as if he was banished from the school. The rumor was never confirmed. In the middle of the night, with her favorite teacher gone, Seo-hyun sat alone at the art room. The faint moonlight through the window rested on her shoulder. She was crying mournfully in her hands. She held an unfinished clay doll of a woman. Great care had been taken in forming the clay doll's face. It looked just like Seo-hyun. With her eyes full of resentment, she stared at the doll. The next day, the whole school was in shock. The dead body of a female student had been found. It was revealed that that girl had killed herself by overdosing on sleeping pills. Even more shocking, however, was that the dead girl was found to be pregnant. The school tried to prevent students from spreading unconfirmed rumors about this accident, but soon the whole school knew, and there were all sorts of theories about the girl and who the father was. A lot of people pointed their fingers at the art teacher, but it was never confirmed. After the incident, people began reporting that they could hear babies cry near the art room. At first, the crying was so faint, people merely thought they were hearing things, but as time went on, it became so loud that the vibrations felt like an earthquake. A baby's ghost, with its umbilical cord wrapped tightly around its neck, was also reported as appearing. Even to this day, they say you can see a baby's ghost in search of something during the shadowy moonlit nights. It is imperative that you remember not to follow it, for should you fail to find what the baby wants, it might drag you into deep darkness instead. So yeah, that was the baby ghost. The stinky baby. And I can only help but wonder if it's the same baby that So Young mentioned was on the steps and would grab at your feet. I don't know. I don't know. It could be. Could be. But I don't know. It doesn't have to be strictly 20 different ghosts in the school. Like, there could be more. What's number 7? The Secret of the Pond. A long time ago, there used to be a small pond between the main building and the auditorium. They say the pond was created by a bomb during the war, and it had obliterated a refugee tent that had pitched there. Obviously, every refugee in the tent died. It was said that at the bottom of the pond was tainted red with their blood. There is another story about the pond as well. If you write to your crush asking them to come to the pond, and they show up, you'll live happily ever after with them. A warning though, if your crush doesn't show up, then you will die by the pond's curse. Da-som, a quiet and shy student, had a crush on an older student named Chan-Yol. Her crush deepened, and she couldn't deal with her longing anymore. She finally decided to write a letter to Chan-Yol and wait at the pond. But her letter never made it to him. The letter passed through many hands, but somewhere down the line it got lost. Da-Sum had no idea that her letter was never delivered, and waited for him all night at the pond's edge. The cold night spent by the pond caused her to come down with a serious fever, and she had to miss school for quite some time. After Da-Sum narrowly recovered, she returned to school and was even quieter and more timid than before. Her friends tried as much as they could to console her, but she ended up transferring to a different school. It was only a few days later that her body was found floating in the pond. It is said that on a night with a waning moon, a ghost appeared who silently looks in from outside the building. They say that the water-bloated ghost with eyes gleaming wildly underneath dripping wet hair searches for the boy who had her letter. I think this is the ghost that was outside main building 1 and slapped herself up on the window. I think that's what that one is. So let's see. 8. Extreme Dieting Death. Young-mi was a senior high school student, and she had never been happy with her body. She was excited to become a university student, with only the entrance exam standing in her way, but regretted that she wouldn't get to have any campus romance with her kind of body. So she would always say that she was on a diet. The strange thing was that she didn't look overweight to others. The people around her would tease her that she should actually gain a few pounds. Still, Young-mi doubted their words. When she looked in the mirror at the back of the classroom, she only saw an overweight girl. Look at what a pig I am. How could they call me thin? How could they say I could gain a few pounds? The only conclusion that Young-mi could come to was that they were being sarcastic. Just you wait. I will become thin. I'll not eat anything until I am thin. From that day, Young-mi didn't eat anything and would only drink water. She became thinner by the day until it was to the point where she was just skin and bones. She barely had the energy to even move, but she continued her refusal to eat. When she was forced to eat even just a little, she would run straight to the bathroom and throw up. She had lost so much weight that watching her walk around the school was a creepy sight. Her friends and teachers, who at first began to worry, began to avoid her. Then one day, a new boy transferred to her class. Wanting to make quick friends, he treated the whole class to pizza and burgers. With the teacher's permission, they served the food in the classroom and held a party. Everyone was able to enjoy the food while relaxing and letting go of their stress of preparing for the college entrance exams. The transfer student spotted Young-mi sitting by herself by the window. Even in the celebratory mood, she was not eating. The thought never occurred to him that she was on a diet. He just figured that She didn't get her share yet. So, he brought her one of the remaining burgers and a soda. No! I'm not eating. I won't eat anything. I'm still fat in the mirror. Can't you see? Yoon-mi stood up and shouted with rage as she pointed at the mirror at the back of the classroom. Suddenly, the classroom went quiet. Her face contorted with anger, and her eyes gleamed with insanity. Yoon-mi started snickering and looking around her. All the kids' eyes were locked in fear. To her, it seemed like they were all staring with eyes of disdain. Yoon-mi stormed out of the classroom, screaming. Nobody moved to stop her. In the end, she was found dead in the mountain nearby, having starved to death. Her classmates tried to figure out what Yoon-mi meant with her last words. What did she mean by mirror? We don't have a mirror in our classroom. Interesting. No mirror in the classroom. Makes you wonder what exactly it was she was seeing. Funny enough, though, I heard about an invisible mirror earlier today when watching someone do a playthrough of Slay the Princess, which I'm kind of regretting watching someone do that. It seemed like a game that I would be interested playing myself blind. But I've already started watching it, so, I mean, I'm not going to play it on the channel. But, man, to think I'd see 2 things about invisible mirrors in one day. Fascinating. What a very specific concept. Lost face. Oh, by the way, this ghost, I'm pretty sure was the one in the cafeteria when I was giving lunches to. Which is kind of funny, actually, because it was like scarfing down the lunches. You'd think it would do the opposite. It would, like, take it and throw it across the room or something. Lost face. Un-ah was a popular girl. Not only was she pretty, she was musically talented as well, winning many awards since she was young. Everyone loved her. As often happens in these cases, everyone wanted to be friends with her, and she became egotistical. In contrast, Mi-suk was hardly known by anyone in the school. She thought she was ugly, and that caused her to have self-confidence issues, making her timid and introverted. Due to this, she had no friends to speak of. Even her classmates hardly acknowledged her existence. I feel you, man. I feel you. One day, Yun-ah was walking in the hallway while noisily chatting with her friends. Mi-suk focused on cleaning, didn't realize anyone was there until Un-ah ran into her. Mi-suk focused on cleaning, didn't realize anyone was there until Un-ah ran into her. Mi-suk stumbled and dropped the mop she was carrying, spilling dirty water all over the hallway. Un-ah never said sorry. She barely spared a glance at Mi-suk and walked away silently. Angered, Mi-suk went after her and demanded an apology. Instead, she was mocked. What are you blabbering about? You're as ugly and dirty as that mop water. The other kids snickered in agreement with Un-ah's cruel remark. Mi-suk's face turned red with embarrassment and anger. From that day on, she was an easy target for bullying. Every time she walked by, everyone would mock her without caring if she could hear. As time passed on, her resentment towards Un-ah grew to hatred. She decided that she would get revenge on Un-ah for what she had started. How pretty does she think she is? Does she think that beauty lasts forever? We'll see about that. One day, Un-ah was chatting away with her friends in the music appreciation room. Mi-suk quietly approached them, and, as usual, kids began mocking her. No one paid any attention to the bottle she had in her hand. Mi-suk took the cap of the sulfuric acid she brought and threw it at Un-ah's face. Un-ah's screams of pain filled up the room and echoed through the halls. The kids around her scrambled away in horror. Not one soul stayed behind to help Un-ah. She pleaded for help as she screamed in agony, but Mi-suk just smiled cruelly and watched her beg. Unha's pretty face was eaten away by the acid. She was fortunate to have survived the attack, but it left her with a hideous scar covering half her face. There was no trace of her former beauty to be found. After the incident, she would not go to school, refusing to even come out of her house. She broke all the mirrors inside, and her disfigured eyes began sensitive to light, causing her to keep the house eternally dark. Her depression became so deep that one day it drove her to leap from the roof of the house, because she struck the ground face first, completely destroying what had remained. Since her death, there are rumors of sightings of Una's ghost in the music appreciation room. It is said her ghost always has her back turned, and that you'll die if you ever see her face. So this is obviously the ghost from the music appreciation room that we had to combat in order to get the reel for the tape recorder, for the tape player, the box. Alright, number 10. Competitive spirit. Hyung-hee's father passed away when she was young, so her family struggled with money. Her family expected her to go to a vocational high school and start making money as soon as possible. Hyung-hee, however, had a different idea. To her, studying hard and getting into a good college was the only chance they had at escaping poverty. So against her family's wishes, she decided to attend a regular high school. In high school, Hyung-hee stayed true to her goal of studying hard. Her grades were so excellent that she became one of the top students in the prestigious Y High School. For her, however, it was not enough. No matter how hard she tried, she just couldn't beat the student in first place. The number one student was a cheerful girl named Sae-yeon. She had always been popular because of her smarts and kind nature. It was said that her father was a top government official. Maybe that explained how Sae-yeon could be so confident and positive all the time. Hyung-hee had never once seen her study. She only ever saw her laughing with her friends. In spite of this, Sae-yeon always had better grades than her. When does she study? Hyung-hee wondered, and she decided that she must be getting very expensive private tutoring. Hyung-hee chewed on her nails out of anxiety. She felt as if she and her family would be doomed to live in poverty forever if she didn't figure out a way to beat her and become top student. So she threw herself into her studies more than ever. She hardly slept, and studied so hard she felt like her eyes could bore a hole through her textbooks. As time passed, dark circles formed under her eyes. Finally, the exam that she had prepared so much for was over. All her classmates complained that the exam was way too difficult. She sat back in her chair and smiled, believing that she had aced it. I will finally beat her this time. Hyung-hee closed her eyes and could already imagine Sae-yeon's tearful face. At last, the day they would receive their report cards has come. The room was filled with varying reactions to the report cards. Some were crying, some were relieved, and some just didn't care. Hyung-hee looked at her report card with confidence. Then, her face twisted in shock. Second place. On the report card, it was written that she scored second best again. She turned to look at Sae-yeon and saw her smiling brightly with her friends. She lost to her again. Hyung-hee was so stunned after this that she could not focus during any of her classes. Only one thing filled her mind, and that was her. How the hell could she beat me every time? It must be the expensive private lessons, but I don't have that kind of luxury. This means I can never beat her. It's over now. We'll just have to live in poverty forever. Hyung-hee, from the trauma of her stress, developed a mental disorder and ended up killing herself. A rumor spread after her death that a ghost had begun to appear in the library. It is said that if you remain in the library, To study until midnight, a girl will glare at you with her chin resting on her hands before suddenly disappearing. Alright, not gonna lie, up until this last paragraph, I could have sworn this was the girl that was writing on the chalkboard, that you needed like a math book or something for. And I was thinking, oh yeah, she's trying to like figure out the question to her exam or something. But no, this is the girl that was doing this and rushed at you in the library. Okay. Number 11, incorrectly solved math problem. I think I found out what ghost I was thinking of. It was probably this one. Nahi, a junior year student at Y High School, was a top student. Smart and outgoing, she was especially adored by her homeroom teacher. Perhaps that was why she was always so full of herself. When the teacher wasn't around, she would act snotty, as if she was better than everyone else in her class. None of her classmates liked her. Everyone avoided her, but Nahi could not care less. What does it matter what they say or think about me? They're all losers, she thought to herself. Nahi was prideful, had a large ego. One cool autumn day, the subject for 5th period was math, the subject that the homeroom teacher taught. It was right after lunch, and with the cool breeze coming in through the window, most of the students were nodding off during the lesson. To wake the class up, the irritated teacher called a few students to the board to solve some math problems. Nahi was one of the students who was called up. One by one, the students returned to their seats after solving the problem. Since the problems were so easy, no one got them wrong. Except Nahi. She read the question wrong and incorrectly solved the problem. This was unheard of, considering her skill in math. In front of the whole class, the teacher rebuked Nahi by saying that it was a stupid mistake. The teacher intended for Nahi to remember the embarrassment and never make the same mistake again. Nahi could not lift her head out of shame. Her face turned bright red. The kids could not stop snickering. The fact that the teacher's pet was being scolded right in front of them was fun and satisfying. When the teacher left at the end of the lesson, all the kids started talking about what just happened to Nahi. They sounded excited, like they finally had something to hold over her. Nahi was angry. She blamed the teacher who embarrassed her in front of the class. She hated her classmates who took it as an opportunity to talk behind her back even more. And she was getting angry at herself for getting the stupid question wrong. Even when she went home after school, she could not get it out of her mind. She hated her eyes for reading the question wrong. It's not my fault, she decided. She rationalized to herself that the problem was not her but her eyes. Soon a terrible sound was heard, and the workbook on her desk was splattered with red. The next day, Nahi's classmates trembled with fear as it was announced that Nahi committed suicide by digging her own eyes out with a knife. After this happened, a rumor spread around that whenever a math problem is left on the chalkboard, Nahi's ghost is summoned. It is said that the ghost would stare at the problem on the chalkboard, but her eye sockets would be empty holes. Yeah, I'll say that's probably the one that was at the chalkboard. Number 13. A one-sided love. Yeondu Sun, a junior in high school, was happy to attend school lately because of the new Korean language teacher. Tall and handsome, the new teacher also had a great personality. He never yelled or got mad at his students during his lessons, and he always stayed calm. Yeondu Sun felt her heart race when the teacher complimented her on her writing. The teacher even noticed when she recently changed her glasses and told her that the glasses suited her well. Just thinking about him made Yeondu Sun jittery with happiness. She was a really average student. In fact, it would be more accurate to say that she was below average. She wasn't pretty or cute, nor was she good at academics or sports. She also gained weight in the last few years, and even her mother would nag her about losing some. She wasn't popular among her friends, and she was not particularly adored by teachers either. She was just a quiet student, always there, in the same spot. That's how people would define her, and she knew that she was no one special, and tried to keep her crush to herself, but as time passed, she could not hold her growing feelings inside. She didn't expect to date her crush or anything, she just wanted to let him know about how she felt about him. Yeon-sun worked up the courage and wrote an earnest letter. Next day, right before Korean language class started, she secretly passed her love letter inside the attendance sheet. She could not dare to give her letter to him in person. As time reached closer for the class to begin, her heartbeat went faster and faster. Finally, the bell rang, and the class begun. But the teacher who came in was not the Korean language teacher. It was the gym teacher, who she disliked the most. He said that because Korean language teacher is running late, he will be supervising the class. Yeon-sun felt a cold sweat. Many things raced through her mind. Would he call out attendance? Would he find my letter? If he did, would he just pretend not to see it? But the reality she faced was harsh. The gym teacher opened up the attendance sheet, found Yeon-sun's letter, read it out loud to the whole class, and the classroom soon filled with snickering and jeering of the kids. The gym teacher then openly mocked her that even the fat, ugly kid yearns love just like everyone else. Then the disgusted looks and sneering from the class made her scared. Every single one of them was her enemy. She felt as if she had just fallen into hell, surrounded by demons. Right at that moment, the Korean language teacher entered the classroom. To Yeon-sun, he seemed like a savior. He was confused by the strange vibe in the classroom. The gym teacher, getting such a kick out of this situation, handed Yeon-sun's letter to him. Yeon-sun looked at him and hoped that he would calm the situation down and make things right. The Korean language teacher finished reading her letter and turned to Yeon-sun. His face was twisted by a mixture of disgust, annoyance, and anger. It was as if he was looking at a repulsive insect. Her embarrassment and the sense of betrayal was too great. She killed herself that night in the school. Nobody spoke on why she really did. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the girl that showed up after I looked at the attendance paper on the lectern in that one classroom. And in order to trigger it too, you had to have the cap that belonged to the gym teacher. And then she would show up and run at you, and it hit like a truck. Oh my goodness. Alright, the mystery in the dance studio. The dance department of Y High School was highly regarded for having produced a number of famous dancers. Many young talents hoping to be future ballerina competed in Y High School's dance department. Out of these young talents, twin sisters named Aeun and Ag appeared the most promising. People speculated that they would grow up to become famous dancers and showered them with compliments. It was the younger twin, Yeji, who received the higher praise than the older sister. It was difficult to decide which of the twins was better in terms of physical condition and technique, but it was generally agreed that Jae-yi was better at expressing herself and that she could move the hearts of people through her performance. At first, Aeun didn't give much thought to the reviews. The same review kept repeating, and after losing the lead role to her sister in multiple performances, it began to worry her. She became nervous. In the meantime, the talent show for the school was quickly approaching. The performance from Y High School's dance department was such a good opportunity to make yourself known to the public, since even the mass media took an interest and covered it. Performing the main role in this show would be the equivalent to making a debut in the world of dance. The school decided to hold an audition for the main role to allow a fair selection. It was the day before the audition. Yeon was pacing back and forth in her dance studio nervously, troubled by her thoughts. She believed that if Yi was to take the leading role from her again, this time she would be doomed to live in Yi's shadow for the rest of her life. After a long deliberation, it seemed like she had come to a conclusion. She left the dance studio with an especially shiny pair of ballerina shoes. The next day, there was an accident during the audition. Yi fell during her performance, her foot covered in blood, sliced by pieces of broken glass. Her blood stained her ballerina shoes red. In the end, Yeon was picked for the role. Yeon performed brilliantly and won the hearts of many fans. The media reports stated that she was the new emerging genius and aired special coverage on her every day. She even received scouting offers from a few famous ballet companies. In contrast, Yi was in complete disrepair and was slowly withering away. She repeatedly tried to practice before her wounds were healed, and it made her injury worse and worse. Eventually, her injury became so terrible, she died of infection. When the music stopped, Yeon took a break from her practice and sat down to wipe the sweat from her face. She was alone in the dance studio. After all, other students had gone home. Of course, Yi would be here with her now, if she was alive. For a moment, though, she thought about her sister. It gave her goosebumps, and she quickly pushed the thought away. She turned the music back on. Yeon got up and stood in front of the mirror, ready to resume her practice. She stopped when she noticed there was something off with her reflection in the mirror. In the mirror, her ballerina shoes were stained red. Quickly. Startled, she quickly looked down to check her shoes, but they were a clean white pair of ballerina shoes. Right at that moment, she heard, "I've been copying you perfectly so far. Now, it's your turn. You can copy me now." Ayun's reflection in the mirror, the one that wore bloody shoes, raised her hands slowly to grasp her neck. A gleeful grin spread across her face. So this is talking about the doppelganger in the window, in the mirror for the dance studio. The thing about the dance studio area is, like, I know the mirror, like, there's supposed to be a mirror there, but when the mirror broke, it was just another dance studio, but backwards. But the doors didn't work. That was confusing to me. Why couldn't she use the doors? It would have helped to help get away from the janitor a bit if you could open those doors, lure him over there, and then just leave. But you couldn't, and it was annoying. But it was a pretty neat little boss fight with some very unique music. The Kid in the Corner. I was looking forward to reading this one. So-hee had always been terrified of bugs ever since she was young. She especially found spiders the most repulsive of all. Her school, High School, was an old building that was built at the base of a mountain, so naturally there were lots of bugs and spiders. She was always very stressed because of this. That's why she was so unhappy to begin her senior year. Unlike the first 2 years of her high school, her classrooms this year were located in the new building. Since it's new, she expected there would be no bugs, and that she would be able to attend her classes carefree. On the first day, there was a strange girl in her class. This girl gave her the creeps because her long hair covered most of her face. So he could not recall ever seeing her at the school before. The weird girl's face was so unfamiliar, it made her doubt if she was really even a student at the school. She always sat in the corner, away from others, and hardly ever moved. She wouldn't even get up during breaks or lunchtime. For some reason, so he couldn't help but be bothered by her. One hot summer day, unable to concentrate in class, so he snuck a glance at the weird girl. What she saw completely shocked her. The girl was chewing on a moth. Startled, So he turned to look at the bug-eating girl again, but this time she saw nothing out of the ordinary. So he thought that she must have been seeing things, because of the blazing hot day. Then the girl sent Sohee a knowing smirk. It creeped her out so much that she became terrified of her. After that, the creepy girl stopped coming to school. Sohee was bothered by her sudden disappearance at first, but as time passed in peace, she forgot about her. One day on her way home, Sohee realized that she left something at school and went back to get it. Just moments before, the school was filled with the sounds of students leaving, but now it was quiet as the grave. Sohee entered the classroom and turned on the light. There was nothing but empty desks and the chairs inside, just as it should be. Sohee went to her desk to retrieve what she had forgotten, when she spotted something black swaying in the back of the classroom out of the corner of her eye. Sohee squinted her eyes, taking a closer look at what was hanging. When she realized what it was she was looking at, she froze in terror. As she slowly raised her eyes, she could see the long curtain of black hair up to the body of the creepy girl who had disappeared. The girl was clinging to the ceiling, her limbs twisted at inhuman angles. She looked like a spider, perched in its web, preparing to pounce on its prey. Spotting Sohee, the spider girl scuttled across the ceiling towards the petrified Sohee. The girl's long black hair shot out like a spider web, wrapping around Sohee and pulling her up. The lights flickered twice, and then the classroom went dark. One long, terrified scream echoed through the halls before it was abruptly cut off. No one ever saw Sohee again after that day. The spider that used to hang in the corner of the room went missing too. So he saw a girl. Everyone else saw a normal spider that was hanging in the classroom corner. Cool. Very cool. Fun fact, the spider girl I actually knew about before playing White Day 2 years ago. And that was like one of the selling points for me. I was like, man, that thing looks scary. I wonder how it's used in the game. I kind of want to encounter it. I want to see this thing. You know what? Let's play White Day for Halloween. That's like this was one of the selling points to me for playing this game. So I was really excited to see her, only to find out, oh, she's just delegated to patrolling those rooms at random times. Okay. I was kind of hoping she had more of an active role and would appear in some of the other rooms as well. But, I mean, it's alright. She's still pretty cool looking. The tragedy brought by jealousy. Yeondu and Yoonghee were best friends. Being friends ever since childhood, they had no secrets between them. They spent so much time together, they could almost read each other's mind. When they entered high school, Yeondu developed a crush on a guy a year older than her. Yeondu would always prattle on and on about him to Yoonghee. Strangely, Yoonghee's reaction to her close friend's biggest interest in life was rather icy. She would only wish her a curt good luck, and be silent until a new subject arose. One day, Yeondu heard from another friend that the guy she liked had feelings for Yoonghee instead. It turns out that Yoonghee and the boy went to the same church. Yeondu wondered why Yoonghee had never mentioned that. It was weird. From that point on, Yeondu was suspicious of every single thing Yoonghee said or did. Soon they grew far apart, and they wouldn't even say hello to each other. Sometime after, Yeondu found Yoonghee and the boy sitting at a bench, innocently talking. Envy filled her eyes. That evening, Yeondu called Yoonghee up to the school's rooftop. They began to argue, but Yoonghee kept denying Yeondu's accusations. The arguing got louder and more heated, and out of anger, Yeondu pushed Yoonghee off the rooftop. Yoonghee fell down headfirst and died instantly without a sound. Yeondu gave a false statement to the police, and Yoonghee's death was reported as suicide. After some time passed, Yeondu was able to go out with her crush. One day, she made plans with her boyfriend to go on a date at the school. They thought it would be a great idea to meet up in the middle of the night. That way they could just stay out of the heat, and it seemed adventurous. Yeondu arrived at the school first and was waiting at the empty classroom. When her boyfriend didn't show up after the promised time, she began to get scared. Suddenly, thunk, thunk, thunk. She heard echoing from the hallway, and she could hear a door opening. Not here. It wasn't her boyfriend's voice. It was the raspy voice of a woman that sent shivers down her spine. Thunk, thunk, thunk. The noise was getting louder and closer until it was shaking the ground with every thunk. Yeondu heard another door open. Not here either. Thunk, 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 thunk. The thunking was getting closer to her now. Terrified, Yeondu dove under the teacher's desk to hide. She was quaking in fear. The door to the classroom flew open. Yeondu peeked at the door through the crack under the desk, but there was nothing to be seen. Just when Yeondu thought that something must be wrong, an object fell from the desk. Yeondu's eye flew up to see what knocked it down. There you are! Yeondu screamed so loud that her voice seemed to echo through the whole school. So this is the ghost that I was most against coming up to, only to find that, oh, that wasn't so bad. I was imagining it was going to be a lot worse, but yeah, that was the one from the bathroom whose head kind of slapped down and was laughing. So yeah, apparently the reason that she's like that is because she fell from a high place and snapped her neck on the ground. So I'm guessing she kind of floats upside down across the ceiling and slams down on the ground to catch people. Which is kind of funny if you think about it. We're going to save the voice that beckons me for last. The mystery in the biology lab. There were many strange rumors surrounding the biology lab. Most of them feature a walking mannequin or a scraping noise across the floor. Also, most of these rumors were based off the history of the school building. The history of the school building goes all the way back to the occupation era. The building was used as a concentration camp for political prisoners. Some parts of the concentration camp were used by the occupying military to conduct horrendous experiments on human subjects. Every single experiment that was conducted there was evil and inhumane. The screams of the subjects filled the air around the clock. Students believe that the location the biology lab used to be was one of the human experimentation labs. So every time there was an accident in the biology lab, the students always brought up the idea it had something to do with the curse of the human experiment victims, or that the head researcher remained in the form of a ghost. Some even went on to say that the anatomy mannequin in the corner of the room was actually a corpse, one of the experiment subject's corpse. However, the most famous rumor of them all was the imprisonment accident. Dee didn't get very good grades, but he was especially interested in science and worked hard in his studies. The science teacher took pity on him and recommended Dee to be the school's representative for a science contest. Did I read that right? Took pity on him. Well, if he was so good at his studies and everything, why would you need to take pity on him? Did he do good? Oh, sorry to interrupt the story, but that just seems kind of weird to me. Anyway, with the teacher's permission, he stayed behind every day after school ended to study more and prepare himself for the contest. The area which he spent the greatest amount of effort on was his human anatomy composition. He studied the anatomy mannequin on a daily basis. A few days before the science contest, Dee, who was studying alone in the biology lab, was so exhausted he fell asleep. When he woke up, it was dark and the lights had been turned off. He tried to turn the light back on, but it didn't work. Even the doors seemed to be locked from the outside. He had no choice but to stay in the dark biology lab and spend the night there. He usually never bothered to think about the rumors, but his current situation triggered his memory to replay all the scary stories he had heard. The more he tried to not think about them, the stronger they came to his mind. Dee was afraid. Dee was becoming more afraid with each passing second. He was especially afraid of the anatomy mannequin in the dark. His heartbeat raced. It was becoming hard for him to breathe. Dee was so scared he decided to light the alcohol lamp. Just as the flame brought its flickering light to the room, the anatomy mannequin suddenly came alive and started to move towards Dee. The next morning, Dee was found dead in the biology lab. The cause of death was reported as a heart attack. What was failed to be explained was that his nails were ripped from their beds on the biology lab's door. There were scratch marks with trails of blood, and the word scrawled that in blood that said anatomy mannequin. Wow, that could have been me. The mannequin caught me and decided, I'll let you go. Number 19, Mermaid. There was a big pond in Y High School. Since the school was so old, the fish in the pond were large and different from average fish. Some were even known to understand humans. A female student named Dee really cared for the fish in the pond. She took charge of feeding the fish and cleaning around the pond from the custodian. Whenever she had free time, she would just sit by the pond. There was rumors that the fish did performances for her when she came to the pond. Her friends called Dee the Fish Princess. Then an infamous bad boy became interested in Dee. He was known to be a thief with a bad temper. He confessed to Dee and said that they should go out, but was rejected on the spot. His ego was bruised and enacted revenge by constantly bullying and threatening her. It was really tough on Dee, but she believed that he would lose interest at some point, and patiently absorbed it all. Then the accident happened. It was raining cats and dogs when the bad boy made his way to the pond and began harassing Dee. Dee had had enough of his bullying and yelled at him to stop. Angry, the boy pushed her. Dee stumbled, fell, and hit her head on a hard rock. She died instantly. Afraid of being caught, the boy tried to hide her body. He chopped her body into pieces and fed them to the fish in the pond. Even the blood of Dee was washed away into the pond by the rain. Nobody witnessed this horrendous crime besides the fish. Dee's absence was reported to the police, and an investigation began. From the statements made by her friends, the police centered their investigation around the pond, but no one could find her. Time went on, and no further evidence surfaced. Soon, the case went cold. Some time passed without incident until a student went missing during gym class at the rooftop swimming pool. The students who saw what happened stated that the missing kid acted as if there was something pulling him under the water. No trace of him could be found, even after emptying the pool. In the midst of this mass confusion, the missing boy came floating up in the pond. His body looked like it had been chewed to bits by animals. It was the same boy who bullied Dee. A rumor soon circulated that every night when it rains, if you go near the pond or swimming pool, you would spot a strange creature. The students who have seen it describe it in two ways. It's either a fish that looks like human or a human that looks like fish. Alright, the mermaid. Got it. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. The missing children, number 20. Jung Jae was heading home really late after a school club activity. He belonged to the Mystery Research Club. They collected and studied all kinds of rumors, myths, and urban legends. The collection was not only from their own school, but from every city around. Lately, he was working on sorting through contents for the sporadically published club magazine. At a busy time like this, the club's president was nowhere to be seen. Due to his absence, Jung Jae, as vice president, had to do everything himself. That was the reason why he was heading home so late. Still preoccupied with his work, he was thinking about the magazine, even while he was crossing the bridge. Just then, somebody spoke to him.
Hello, dearie.
I'd like to ask you something. It was a kind and warm-looking grandma who approached. Her chignon hairstyle and her bent back reminded Jungjae of his own grandma out in the countryside. Right before he was going to answer, he suddenly paused and wondered, why was this old lady at school at this late hour? In that moment, he recalled a ghost story that he had investigated a while back. The building of Y High School was erected in the occupation era and was used as a refugee camp during the Korean War. In the refugee camp, there were lots of orphans who had lost their parents in the midst of the war. Since the situation was so grim, no one really had the luxury of worrying about these kids. Then some grandma took these orphans under her wing and took care of them. The kids depended on her and got along with her well. People didn't suspect anything of this grandma. Then one day the grandma and the orphans suddenly disappeared. The refugees thought it was strange, but as if they had previously agreed, they kept silent about it. It was a time when such things happened. A short while after that, a woman came to this camp. She was a mother of one of the orphans. The woman went through so much to find the whereabouts of her child and was finally here to reunite with them. When she heard of the disappearance of her child, she wailed with despair. The refugees, who felt a little guilty about not having done anything about the disappearance of the orphans, were finally moved to action. Led by a former hunter, a few refugees decided to help the woman and search for the missing orphans. They followed the trail of the children up into the mountain. When they got halfway up, they found an old run-down hut. They were greeted with the rotting stench of corpses inside the hut, and found the hut was full of small white bones, which seemed relatively fresh. It was said that they never found the old grandma. Jungjae couldn't figure out why he had suddenly remembered that ghost story. Feeling spooked, he kept his mouth shut. Maybe it was the old traditional dress that the grandma was wearing. The old grandma, who was pressing on Jungjae with her questions, slowly revealed herself, and her face twisted into that of a demon's. From her dark and empty eye sockets, red light gleamed. She mumbled as she smacked her lips. So close. What a pity. The next thing he knew, he was waking up at his desk. He must have fallen asleep while sorting out the materials. Still, it seemed all too real to be just a dream. On the paper in front of him, there was a warning from the material he was reading right before he fell asleep. Never answer her questions. So I guess if you answer her questions, she takes you and gnaws on your bones. How lovely. Alright, I saved this one for last because it pertains to what we're about to do next. A voice that beckons me. A and B were very close classmates. A always took care of B, who was very fragile. B was always thankful to A for that. Without A, B knew it would be impossible to have a normal school life. To B, A was the most important person in the world. Then one day there was an accident at the school. There was a fire in the old school building. Unfortunately, B was inside. B could not escape and died in the fire. A was deeply saddened by B's death. She could almost hear B screaming out A's name, begging to be saved. In the imagination of A, the desperate voice calling for help from B slowly filled with resentment. A felt very sad and thought that B's death was her fault. After that, A did not step outside her room. A's mind was full of thoughts about B, even while asleep. B would appear in her dreams, resenting A for not being there to save B. Being awake was no different. The voice of B always followed A. A knew it must be auditory hallucinations, created by her sadness and guilt. But A was in agony nonetheless. A began to lose weight day by day, suffering from the pain and guilt. Then one night, A quietly snuck out of her home to visit the school. A passed the bench in the school field where they always sat and chatted with one another, and arrived at the spot where B died. A heard the resentful voice of B even there. A thought it was time to end her agony. To escape the sadness and guilt of losing a friend she loved, A chose suicide. A thought that going to where B was now would be the only way to escape from the haunting voice of B. A chose to hang herself. The pain was so great A couldn't breathe until her sight slowly faded away. As if coming to greet A, the face of B appeared faintly in front of her. The face of B, glowing with a hazy blue light, was smiling brightly. B's face came closer and whispered, "Thanks. I needed you to die so I could live again." A struggled to breathe to save herself from her fate. The voice was just whispered. It was the voice of B, and the voice that had been following A ever since B died. A wasn't hearing things. The voice was real. So, the reason that is important is because it parallels to what Sung-ah is trying to do. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Sung-ah isn't actually a student in the school. I'm pretty sure Sung-ah is a ghost and is B. And the hanging woman, who was So Young's sister, that we see every now and then, is A. I think. If I remember correctly. Either way, we're about to find out. Because we're heading over there right now. Oh boy. Yep. Glad I never decided to check out the auditorium. Because of course, the moment I leave, the janitor is back. Okay. That is So Young, I think. Dude, anyone ready for some tennis? There's someone on the stage. Darn tootin'. Oh no! Oh! You! Ghost fire is feisty fire. I'm curious what ending I'm gonna get. Because I genuinely have no clue. Alright, let's go. Valve, 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 valve. Let there be rain.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Just go.
I mean... Alright. Say it so nonchalantly like that, I have no choice but to think that that's okay. Note that the fire was completely contained in the auditorium. There's been no burning going on around here.
So you've finally done it.
So I finally done it.
I really thought you'd give up after one or two seals.
How did it go? I think it went well.
Did it?
I really think that my sister's soul has passed on.
Wow, you're such an idiot. You don't know anything at all.
What's wrong? Why are you staring at me like that?
Did I get the true ending?
What the hell is going on?
Oh! I think I got the true ending. There she is, master of the Labyrinth.
Power that you've unleashed, I'll be able to live again.
Ah, that's right. Young's gonna be like a vessel.
And
What about...
you are of no use to me now.
What am I gonna do?
You will die right here.
Oh. Alright.
What's wrong? Why are you angry at me?
That's all of them. I like how a magic sixth one just showed up to complete the square. Alright, now I remember this section being bullshit, so I have to be careful. Hey, look! You're no longer master of the Labyrinth. You're just Sunga now. And Na Young says you have to go with her. I have to be mindful of where I step. To the light! No pain, no gain. Clear hard mode. I got the Ivy ending. I'm pretty sure I got that ending before. It took 8 hours. Oh my god. My best playtime was 1 hour and 24 minutes. That's probably when I practically speedran the game to get screenshots for thumbnails. Man, 8 hours. This is... I played this whole episode is going to be in one video. This is 8 hours, 8.5 hours worth of footage in one video. Oh my gosh, oh, it's gonna take so long to edit this. But anyway, there you go. I've completed hard mode of White Day, a labyrinth named school. I found all of the ghosts, I'm pretty sure. And I even went the extra mile. I didn't even have to. I went the extra mile to get all the documents for the ghosts. And if I go to collections and go to the ghost collection, I should have all the ghosts. I did not get the living mannequin. I think... I had a feeling I did that one incorrectly. So technically, I did not get the mannequin, which... is a little unfortunate, but look at that. You unlock the pictures by having the encounter, and you unlock the name and story by finding the document. So I've got all the documents and almost all the pictures. And if I look at the ending collection... Ivy. Yeah, I got Ivy before, but because I got it in hard mode, apparently I unlocked the thing. Like... you had to unlock every ending in every difficulty at least once. I'm not doing that. Although I really like this game, so I could imagine me maybe doing something like coming back to play Hell mode. And maybe go for one of the endings I haven't gone for yet. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It won't be anytime soon, but I would like to return to this game, just to have a good old time. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing, and remember, the Wasteland is watching. See ya.